Hey guys, Mark Rounds here. I'm starting a YouTube channel for disc golf. My goal of this YouTube channel is to kind of start a journey into how I feel about disc golf course design, um, me as a player, my experiences, and my abilities, and all the fun things that kind of just we jumble together in the disc golf world. A little background about me is I started playing during COVID in 2020. It's been a lot of fun, I guess you could say. I kind of definitely got the bug pretty early and would practice all the time, play all the time, and would probably average upwards of 150 rounds a year. I'm about a middle of the pack, maybe slightly above average MA1 player to a slightly below average MPO player. My goal is to win a 2-round MA1 tournament this year, and I think we'll be MPO after that. So to begin this in the bag, we're going to start off with the putters. I bag 3 Lunas. They all are pink, pretty well worn, around max weight. We got these ones which are identical, and then there's a silver one, or a silver stamp here on this pink one. They're pretty beat up. They fly okay, but I don't really throw putters very often. Next up with my putters, I have a special edition Eclipse Glow Proxy. It's very shallow in the hand, which I like quite a bit. It flies pretty straight, maybe a little bit of turn if I throw it hard, and will kind of just hold any line I throw it on. Then I got an Envy. I don't throw this too often either, but similar to the Proxy, it's got a little bit of a shallower profile, which I like quite a bit. And I basically throw it when I don't really want the skip of a zone, or I want just a little more stability than this Proxy. I'd say I probably only throw both of these 5 times around, maybe. Next up, I got a Zone. Basically, everyone bags one of these. I had a Floor Claw for a while, but I don't know, the Z plastic just was a little bit slick sometimes, so grabbed an ESP one. It's a 2019 Tour Series. Great run, little gummy, but nice and flat. Great for forehand and backhand. Next up, we'll go to the mids. I have Four Claw Buzz. It's pretty stable for a Buzz, almost like it's kind of right out of the box, but I've had it for a while, so holds up nice. Good for something straight and maybe a little bit of headwind. I can kind of put a little bit of anhyzer on it, and I can still trust that it'll fade out at the end. Next up, we have 2 hexes here. This one's a little bit flippier. I can kind of put on a little bit of anhyzer, know it'll kind of hold it. Pop it up on a little bit of hyzer, know it'll stand up a little bit, but still has that reliable hex fade. This one's a little bit more stable. One of the watermelons, of course, great run. And love whenever you can get something in MVP and Proton plastic. This one's just a little bit more stable than this pink one, but yeah. Next up, got a deflector, old reliable, very overstable. Anyone who knows a deflector kind of knows they fly good for skipping. And I got an ace with it, so that's always fun. And my last mid I got is a Pyro. This is a kind of a nice in-between my stable or Buzz, and then the deflector has some nice reliable fade, but can hold a straight line for quite a while if you throw it pretty hard. For my last mid, I have a Melita. This just got in my bag recently. I don't know exactly how I feel about it yet. It's a similar stability to my flippier hex, but it kind of holds those lines for just a little bit longer. I'd really compare it to like a slightly more stable Meteor. Next, we have fairway drivers. Flippiest fairway driver first, I have a Cicada. This is a foundation stamp Cicada. Just recently in the bag. Still don't know how I feel about it. Still getting kind of used to it. But I throw it whenever I need something that really shapes like left to right on a little bit of anhyzer. Pretty nifty. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it's got a spot in the bag for now. We'll see if that changes. Next up, I got 2 more 7-speeds, both Athenas. Got a test flight Athena here. Definitely a little stable for an Athena. Always has some reliable fade at the end. If I throw it pretty hard and flat, it'll stay really straight with a nice reliable fade. This one is just a smidge more understable, has some push, maybe a smidge of turn before having that reliable Athena fade. Great fairway drivers, great headwind fighters. Get yourself some of these. Next up, we have a T-Bird 3. It's a 2019 Color Glow AB T-Bird 3. I have had this thing for quite some time. Actually, I think about since I first started, which is a miracle. I've lost it twice, and it somehow keeps finding its way back to me. So, as you can see, stamp's almost gone. Really nice straight disc. If I throw it on a little bit of anhyzer, it'll hold it and then fade. Just a great run, and really nice and grippy, which is something I really like. Next up, I got some of my flippier fairway drivers. I got this thing out of a used bin not too long ago after I lost my older Passion. It's nice and straight, has a little bit of turn like you would see with a Passion. Really always go to this disc if I'm looking for like a dead straight, like 300 to 350, that maybe needs a smidge of tug to the right. Next up, I have a Undertaker. It's one of the 4 claws with the PM stamp. Pretty cool. Got an ace with it as well, so that's fun. I've had this thing for quite some time. It's good for that straight push with more of a right turn, or I can throw it on a little bit of hyzer and I know it's going to flip up and turn still. Pretty understable. For an Undertaker, I've beat it up quite a bit, as you can see. I have 2 versions of a Raptor. I have a 2020 Tour Series Paul Ulibarri Raptor that I also have 3 aces on. So I've had this thing in the bag for a while. It's my first ace disc. Great for those like forced over anhyzers that I know is going to come back. It's definitely got a little beat up over the years, but absolutely love this disc. And one of my better forehand throwers. And then I have a Captain's Raptor. Had this one for a while too. Pretty smudged up, as you can see. It's one of the first runs, and I also have 3 aces on this one too. And then first of my 10 speeds, we have a Avenger SS. One thing about me is my forehand's not too great. So anytime there's kind of like a left to right shot or like a big turnover or something like that, I go to this or maybe a roller of some kind. I would say above average at it. It's one thing that I pride myself in for sure, getting that roller angle and kind of knowing like how wind will affect the roller and how the ground play might affect my shot as well. Newer to the bag, got out of a used bin, replaced for my Heat, which I just didn't really like the feel of the one that I had, and this new recycled plastic from Discraft, pretty good. Next up, I got Onyxes. I have 2 Onyxes here. I got a 1060. Have had it in my bag for a while. Threw it in a lake. Somehow got it back from a buddy of mine. But it's pretty beat up. It's nice and to the point where I can throw it on a little bit of hyzer, and I know it's gonna get a little bit of turn out of it, but still has that reliable Onyx fade. And this one's just a little bit more stable than this one, this 1060. And here it is, the oldest disc in my bag. It's a Wraith. Got a little bit of dome to it, but very beat up. I throw this thing all the time for big turnovers, like something that I need to go pretty far, but not throw it very hard. So I'll throw it soft on a bit of hyzer. Know it's going to flip up, but keep real straight and then fade. I can also throw this on something that I know is going to, if I throw it hard, it's going to hyzer flip and then turn, but still get quite a bit of distance. If I want a longer roller or maybe something that doesn't flip as fast as my Avenger SS, this would be my go-to. It's got a green base stamp on it. Thank you, Dylan. Next, I got another Wraith. I'm relatively new to the bag, definitely more stable than the other one, but it's got some nice dome to it. The weird thing about me is I don't like dome on mids or fairways, but I love dome on my distance driver. I've never understood why I feel that way, but that's just what I like. I don't know. It's weird. But this thing is a nice complement to my understable Wraith. Got some push, maybe a bit of flip up, and then got that reliable 11 speed fade. So anytime that I think I need something a little bit more stable than my race. And then my third race in the bag is a 2022 Garrett Gurthie race. Great run, doesn't really have too much dome, but has a little bit. Nice and overstable. Love this thing for forehands. One of my favorites. I have another 11 speed. I got a Photon. As you can see, a lot of my discs are pink. This one's no different. Nice and stable. I call it my faster captain's Raptor. I can throw it pretty well forehand and backhand. It's definitely one of my forehand go-to discs. And then last but not least, we have my 12 speeds. I have a Force here. It's a Z-Lite Force. I think it's about 167 grams. Great run of the Force. My favorite thing about this is I can throw it on a bit of hyzer. It's still going to have a little bit of flip up, which is not something you see often out of a Force, but it will always have that nice, reliable Force fade. So I love throwing this thing. If I throw it flat or a little bit in hyzer, I know it'll turn it a little, but then still have that reliable fade as well. Throw this thing all the time. One of my favorites. Maybe my favorite. Next up, I have a 2020 Austin Hannum Force. Great run. My favorite thing about this is the webbiness on the side. Awesome disc. Nice and overstable. Got a little bit of dome to it. I throw this thing if I need something, maybe a headwind fighter or something like that. I know I can throw it hard, maybe even on a little bit of anhyzer. It'll fight out of it. Great disc. Very trustworthy in the wind. I have a relatively new disc to the bag. It's another one of those recycled Forces. It's 169 grams. I thought it was going to be a little bit flippier when I got it. Pretty similar to most Forces that I've thrown. Maybe a little more understable, but it has that nice push that a Force has with that reliable finish. Great headwind finder. Got some nice good dome to it, which I like. So that's mine in the bag. Thank you all for watching. I look forward to expressing some of my thoughts, opinions, and things about myself, as well as how I feel, how I perform on the disc golf course, and the things that I enjoy about disc golf, and just kind of my journey throughout. This is something I'm really interested in, as you can tell. I really appreciate if you'd like and subscribe and leave a comment down below if there's any tips, tricks, or advice, or if there's anything you'd like to tell me about the disc golf scene near you. Thank you for watching.